Namo Venkatesaya. Are you planning a pilgrimage trip to Tirumala? The one question that everyone has is, how do I book my darshan? The online system can seem complex. Different dates, different ticket types, special quotas. It can feel overwhelming. My goal today is to make it simple. I am Namrata and this is Temple Girl. In this video, we will create your permanent ultimate booking guide to the TTD booking system. We'll cover every type of darshan from paid to free. We'll explain the special quotas for families and for seniors and even estimate how long each darshan takes. This is one video you'll need to plan your trip with confidence. If this is a kind of helpful detailed guide you've been looking for, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on future content. Now let's begin. Let's start with the most popular ticket, the 300 rupees Special Entry Darshan. The most important thing to understand is a monthly release pattern. TTD releases a darshan quota for a particular month during the 4th week of the month, that is 3 months prior. It sounds a little confusing, but it's simple once you see an example. The quota for December is released in the 4th week of September. The quota for January is released in the 4th week of October, and so on. It's a consistent 3-month advance pattern. The release time is almost always 10 a.m. Indian Standard Time. The exact date, whether it's the 23rd, 24th or 25th, is officially announced on the TTD website a few days beforehand. So the key is to watch the official website for the final confirmed date. Once you have your ticket, how long does a darshan take? For the 300 rupees Special Entry Darshan, after you enter the queue line, plan for about 2 to 4 hours until you exit the temple. Now that you've secured your darshan tickets, the next immediate question is, where will you stay? When you're booking, you'll find two main options. The first is to stay in Tirumala, right on the Tirumala hills. This is incredibly convenient, of course, but because of the extremely high demand, these rooms sell out online within minutes of being released. A great and often less stressful alternative is to stay at Tirupati at the foothills. It's much easier to get a room there in one of TTD's largest complexes, and you can easily take a bus or a jeep up the hills for your darshan slot. Remember to book these online and be aware of the 24-hour check-in and check-out system. Booking of the rooms opens at 3 p.m. on the same day the darshan tickets are released. But what if you don't get a paid ticket or you're planning a trip on a tighter budget? Don't worry, darshan of the god is for everyone, and there are excellent 2 free options. The first is Slotted Sarva Darshana or SSD. This is a main free darshan system, and this is a critical point where the method of getting these tokens changes. Sometimes TTD releases the free time slotted tokens online. At other times, especially during periods of heavy pilgrim rush, they may switch to a completely offline system where tokens are issued only at counters at Tirupati. The only way to know the current system is to check the official TTD website a week or 2 before your trip. The main benefit of the time slot is that it allows you to bypass the initial long wait. However, once you enter at your allotted time, the journey inside can still be very long. Based on the latest data, on a normal weekday, you should budget around 6 to 8 hours for the darshan from your entry time. During weekends and holidays, this wait increases significantly to 10 to 14 hours. Now, a crucial planning detail. These in-person offline SSD tokens are issued for the same day only. You cannot get a token on Friday for a darshan on a Saturday. The second free option is Divya Darshan, which is for devotees who walk up to the holy hills. You'll receive a time-slotted token along the footpath. Now you might think the timing is same as Sarva Darshan, but there is a subtle difference. TTD often gives a slight priority to Divya Darshan pilgrims inside the queue lines to honor their effort. This means Divya Darshan is often 1 or 2 hours faster. So on a normal weekday, you can expect it to take around 5 to 7 hours. And on a weekend, it might be closer to 9 to 12 hours. Just like the offline SSD tokens, Divya Darshan tokens are also valid only for the same day you receive the token. Beyond the main paid and free darshan lines, TTD also has several wonderful provisions for devotees with specific needs. Let's walk through exactly how to secure each of these. First up is a SRIVANI Trust Darshan. To get this darshan, you book it online. The process involves two steps. First, you make a mandatory donation of 10,000 rupees to the SRIVANI Trust. Once this is made, your account is activated to then purchase a VIP break darshan for 500 rupees. This is the fastest darshan and you can typically expect it to take only about 1 to 1.5 hours for darshan. Next, for our elders and differently able devotees, there is a senior citizen and physically challenged darshan. This is a free darshan, but you must book it online in advance. The quota is released on the TTD website every month. You'll need to select a specific date and time slot and provide ID details. When you arrive, you must bring the original ID used for booking for verification at the special entrance. The darshan is comfortable and quick, generally taking just 1.5 or 2.5 hours. TTD also has a wonderful privilege for parents with young children, known as a darshan for pilgrims with infants. This is not an online booking. If you have a child under 12 months of age, you and your spouse can directly go to the Supatham entrance. You must carry the infant's original birth certificate for age verification along with your own Aadhaar cards. From there, you'll be allowed to the special entry and you can expect this darshan to take about 2 to 3 hours. And finally, for our devotees visiting from abroad, there is a NRI Darshan. This is also an in-person process. To avail this, you need to go to the JEO camp office near the main temple with your original passport and a valid visa. After the officials verify your documents, you'll be asked to pay the 300 rupees darshan fee and will then be directed to a special entry point. The darshan time is similar, around 2 to 3 hours. Now, for those seeking a deeper spiritual experience beyond the darshan, you can try to book the Arjitha Seva, which allows you to witness the sacred rituals performed for the god. There are two main ways to book these. The first method is an electronic lucky dip. This is for the most sought after sevas like Suprabhatam, Tomala and Archana Seva. TTD uses a lottery system where you register your name online. If you are selected, you will be notified to pay and confirm. The second method is direct booking, which is first come first served. This applies to sevas like Kalyanotsavam, the celestial wedding. These are released online for direct booking and like the 300 rupee ticket, they sell out very quickly. Okay, so we have covered what you can book from darshan and rooms to special sevas. Now for the most important part, when does all of this happen? Here is a master calendar, the typical flow of events that happen every single month. The booking season starts in the third week of every month. This is when the Arjitha Seva bookings open, both the lucky dip registrations and the direct bookings. Then comes the fourth week. This is when the bookings for special quotas like the senior citizen darshan open up. This is followed by the main event, the release of the 300 rupees special entry darshan tickets at 10 am and a few hours later the accommodation booking at 3 pm. So the key is to always watch the TTD official website during the third and the fourth week of any month for the exact dates of all these releases for the next month. To wrap all this up, let me leave you with 5 timeless tips for a successful trip. First, the official website is your only source. Book only from ttdevastanams.ap.gov.in. All other sites are unauthorized. Second, be prepared on booking day. Have your ID details for everyone in your group ready to copy and paste. Log in 15 minutes early and use a stable high-speed internet connection. Third, plan around peak periods. Be aware that during major Indian festival seasons and public holidays, the pilgrim rush is immense. Darshan timings can be much longer and some special quotas may be temporarily suspended. Fourth, understand accommodation. Getting a room in Tirumala online is very difficult. Booking a room in Tirupati is much easier and a very convenient option. And my fifth and the most crucial tip is a warning. Never trust third-party agents promising confirmed tickets for an extra fee. All booking is done directly by the devotee. Stick to the official TTD platform to avoid being scammed. So there you have it, your complete evergreen guide to Tirumala Darshan. By understanding these patterns and procedures, you you can plan your sacred journey with peace and confidence. Now, I know this was a comprehensive overview and you might want an even deeper dive into the specific ticket you're planning to book. That's why I want to let you know that in the coming weeks, I will be releasing a special series of videos, each one a detailed step-by-step guide for a single booking type. One for the 300 rupee darshan, one for the SRIVANI darshan, one for senior citizen quota and more. So if you want that expert level detail, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out when those guides are released. I hope this guide removes the stress of planning so you can focus on the spiritual experience. And as always, if this video was helpful, please like it and share it with any friends or family who are planning a trip to Tirumala. Thank you for watching. May you have a blessed darshan. Govinda, Govinda.